International Version says a farmer. But the Greek word that is used in this text, and as Presbyterians, we like to dwell in Greek and Hebrew. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but the word is spiro. And is a person that holds seed. It is a person furtherly understood as a person that gives of what they have, because ultimately, can you give of what you don't have? Can you pour out from an empty cup? No. You have to have something to be able to give something. And so that is the concept of spiro. It's a person that had something worth giving, something worth protecting. And he went out and to sow, to put his seeds out. Now, if you read these verses, you will see that the farmer or the gardener, or in this case, Sheila, they will spread their seeds. And sometimes they will land on rocks. There are many times that Sheila poured out her best and the person did not receive. And sometimes the person will receive, but the thing that she gave them didn't grow roots. And sometimes they will be stolen and her words will be understood. But ultimately, at some point, somehow, somewhere, by the grace of God in his activity, some seeds would land in good soil. And that teaches you two things that I want you to acknowledge today. The first one is that your job is not to measure the ground. It's not to only buy the good plants. It is to invest because you can, because you have something worth giving. Today, more than ever, as our nation continues to be divided for all sorts of ways, your job is not to measure, your job is to give of what you have, to spread the seeds of whatever you have. And that's right. A virtuous woman, a virtuous person is a person that knows why they are here, and they will do that until they can no longer do it. Your job is not to measure what is the ground, what is the fertile thing, where are the birds, or where are the rocks. That's not your job. Your job, your truly vocation, is when you find out what you're good at and you do it. I discovered that about our beloved when my grandma died. Back in 2020, I couldn't go to Josie. Isn't it funny how all good grandmas have funny names? Her name was Josephine, the love of my life. We call her Josie. And I couldn't go to her funeral. She died, and they buried her while I was here, and she was in Colombia. And I remember that Sheila called me, and she was waiting with my very cold Coca-Cola and a bowl of M&Ms, and she sat me down, and I remember the patting of her beautiful hands. See, Sheila had these hands that you knew that she was gardening, and she knew that she was just finishing something, but her nails were always pristine. And that tells you about the character of someone